Hello children, how are you all? I hope you are fine and safe at home. Now students, as we have done the three of the operations already, which are those addition, subtraction and multiplication. Now it's time to start the fourth operation used in mathematics, and what is that operation? Division. So today we are going to start with this new topic, division. Now what is division? Division is to share the things. When it is being said to share something among equal portions, then we use the concept of division. How? Let's see. For example, if I am having 20 chocolates, if I have 20 chocolates with me, and it is being said that I have to distribute these 20 chocolates among 5 different children. So I have to distribute this among 5 children. So let the children is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So these are the 5 children among which I have to distribute our 20 chocolates. So in that case, how I am going to share these 20 chocolates among these 5 children? I will start giving them one by one. So out of these 20 chocolates, I will give one chocolate to each one of them. So this is my one chocolate. So out of 20 chocolate, I have given 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 chocolates finished. How much is left? 15 chocolates. 20 minus 5 because 5 chocolates I have given them. So how many chocolates are left now? 15. Now with those 15, still I am having, and I have to distribute among 5. So what I will do? I will once again give one chocolate to each of the child. So I have given one more chocolate to each child. Now how many I have given? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Out of 20 chocolates, I have given away 10 chocolates. Now how much is left? We are left with 10 chocolates. Now still I can share it among these children. So I will give them one more. Right children? Now 5, 5, 5. That means 15 chocolates I have given. We are left with only 5 chocolates because total there are 20 chocolates. 15 are given away. So we are left with 5 chocolates. Now these 5 chocolates, once again I am going to share it among these children. Now my chocolates are also over, and it is an equal sharing to all the children. I have given equal share to each and every child. So in that case, how much each of the child got? What is the total that each child got here? So every child here got 4 chocolates. Can you count it? 1, 2, 3, 4. First child got 4 chocolates. Similarly, second also got 4 chocolates. Third one also got 4 chocolates. Fourth also got 4 chocolates, and fifth child also got 4 chocolates. Right children? So this is the concept of division. When we have to share anything equally among different number of people, we use the concept of division. Now the process which I have explained here is a longer one. This is a big process. It takes time. If in case instead of 20 chocolates, I will be having 200 chocolates, then it is very difficult to share the things like this. So what we have to do in that case, we use this operation of division whose symbol is like this. This is the symbol of division. Now, if I have to combine this whole solution in a very short form, or I have to combine this up, so in that case, I can write it as total 20 chocolates are there, and these 20 chocolates I have to distribute among 5 children. So let us divide 20 by 5. When you will divide this by 5, what you have to do? You have to read the table of 5 and count how many times you are getting 20. So 5 ones are 5, 5 twos are 10, 5 threes are 15, and 5 fours are 20. Got 20? How many times? 4 times. Hence, each child will get 4 chocolates. Right children? So this is our concept of division, in which we share the things equally among different number of people. Clear, children? Now, at the same time, we can also say that multiplication and division, they both are inverse operation. Inverse operation, or in simple language, you can say that these both are opposite to each other. If I am writing any term in the form of division, I can also express the same problem in the form of multiplication. How? Let's see that. For example, there is a division fact given to us, 10 divided by 2 is equals to 5. And now, if it is being said that write the same problem which is there with the operation of division into multiplication form. That means from division fact, you have to write it in the multiplication fact. Before doing that, I want to explain you what are these different terms called. The first term, the number 10, this first number is actually called dividend. What it is? It is dividend. The second number by which we are dividing, the first number to be divided is dividend. The second number by which we are dividing is called divisor. It is called divisor. And the final answer which you will get after division, that is called its quotient. It is quotient. Right, children? So now this is dividend. So our 10 is the dividend, 2 is divisor, and 5 is our quotient. Now, if it is being said that you have to express the same term in the multiplication form, so what you have to do? You have to multiply the divisor with quotient. So divider multiplied by quotient will give you the value of its dividend. What it will give you is the dividend. Right, children? So here, if I have to write 10 divided by 2 equals to 5 in its multiplication fact, I will be writing as 2, which is our divisor, multiplied by 5 equals to 10. Right? 2 multiplied by 5 equals to 10. So earlier it was dividend divided by divisor is equals to 5. Now, writing it into the multiplication fact is divisor multiplied by quotient, and it will be equals to its dividend. Right, children? So this is how you can write any term which is given in division fact into its multiplication fact. Now we will take some questions from your book exercise. So children, after understanding the concept of division, let us go ahead with the book exercise. The first question says, write the multiplication fact. So here some of the numbers are given to us in the form of division fact. That means it is being written in using the operation of divide, division sign. Now you have to express the same question, the same problem in the form of multiplication. That means by using the operation of multiply. You have to use the sign of multiply. So the first part says 48 divided by 6 is equals to 8. So what you have to do in this case? This is our dividend, this is divisor, and this value is our quotient. Right, children? And as we have understood, what we have to do? We have to multiply the divisor with the quotient. So you can write it as divisor 6 multiplied by quotient 8 will be equals to 48. Okay? So this is how you can write a question which is there with division fact into its multiplication fact. The same value can also be expressed in this format, like quotient multiplied by divisor is equals to dividend. Both the ways it is correct, because in multiplication it does not make any difference if we are changing the order of the number. Whether I multiply 6 into 8, still it is 48, or multiply 8 into 6, then also I will get answer as 48. Right, children? Now coming to the second one, 42 divided by 6 equals to 7. What we have to do? Yes, we will multiply 6 with 7. So 6 times 7 is equals to 42. Or I can also write it as 7 times 6 is equals to 42. Clear, children? Coming to the third one, 50 divided by 10 is equals to 5. Let's write it in multiplication fact. 10 times 5, that That means 10 multiplied by 5 and it is equals to 50, or I can write 5 times 10 and that is also equals to 50. So this is how you can write any division fact into its multiplication form. Understood, children? Coming to the next one. Find the dividend. Now here you can see that the divisor and quotient is given to us, but we don't know the dividend. So what is the process of finding the dividend? Same process what we have used here. We have to use the same concept of multiplication fact. Because when we are multiplying the divisor with the quotient, what we get is the dividend. So to find here the dividend value, what you have to do? I have to multiply the quotient with the divisor or divisor with the quotient. So let us multiply the divisor with quotient. That means 7 multiplied by 9. So what is 7 multiplied by 9? 7 times 9. 7 nines are 63. So our dividend is 63. This is how we can easily find the dividend when divisor and quotient is given to us. Second one, a number divided by 16 will give 4. So once again we need to find its dividend. So what we will do? We will multiply the divisor with the quotient. 16 multiplied by 4. So 16 ones are 16, 16 twos are 22, 16 threes are 48 and 16 fours are 64. So our dividend is 64. Clear, children? Coming to the third one. Again we have to find the dividend and our divisor is 12, quotient is 5. So 12 times 5. We need to multiply 12 with 5. 12 fives are, what is 12 fives are? 16. You can read the table of 12 and you will get answer as 60. So this is our dividend for the third part as 60. Okay students, so today we have understood the concept of division, how it works and how we can write any division fact into its multiplication form, and also how we can identify the dividend when divisor and quotient is given to us. I hope today's lesson is clear to all of you. Kindly go through your book exercise and complete the questions in your notebook. Thank you for the lesson, students.